Well, hello again YouTubers and Doctor Who fans, and welcome to another video. Well, obviously you can see what I'm going to be reviewing. It is my custom damaged Cybermen figures. They are two of them are closing time Cybermen figures that were previously released. The original versions, not the re-releases that came out later on. Cybus Industries Cyber Leader and a damaged Cyberman from 2000 and, well, this is 2010 version from the B&M exclusives from those days. Right, well, you can see that this is obviously a Cyberman from Closing Time by the detailing on the whole thing, the damage and the overall look, really. This was actually the first Closing Time Cyberman I actually got. There isn't actually much done to these Closing Time Cybermen, mainly because obviously they're already damaged. Obviously you can see that I've added a bit more detail in the chest, and I've added the black sort of grey undersuit thing on the under the armor pieces. I couldn't do it in this section of the arm though. That bit I couldn't do that there because it was it's too small. The back obviously carries on, and there are bits scraped off which adds sort of damaged effect. Now unfortunately Cybermen figures are very bad for their painting because they are known to wear over continued use or over the years, really. And mine actually peeled off. There was a bit of wear there, but not very noticeable from certain angles. But this really annoys me. I do have another Cyberman, which is exactly the same actually. Bring this one in. But I've done a bit more. As you can see, I've removed the chest piece, and unfortunately when I put the alternative piece in it, like it was meant to represent the emotional inhibitor, it got crushed a couple of days ago. So, and I don't have anything, and I can't fix it, so that'll be done eventually. So yeah, this Cyberman is basically the same as this one, except when I bought it the face was too silver, it wasn't dirty enough, and you can still see it on here, this big mark going across there that it was basically just glue. And it just really annoyed me. So I decided to put more black paint over it to cover it up and make it look like the chest piece had broken off. And obviously I've still added the wire detailing and things. I've added all the undersuit areas. It's exactly the same as before, really, with this Cyberman. Just this one, I just like this Cyberman more than that one, mainly because this one just looks nicer. And now to move on to my Cybus Industries Cybermen, which I am particularly proud of one of them. The other one is not too much going on. Obviously first I'm going to be reviewing this one, which is a pre-existing figure. The damaged Cybermen figures were a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive originally, and to be honest, they weren't very good anyway. I don't really like damaged Cyberman figures. I mean, what can they be used for? Not much, really. You never actually see it in the show. But I got the re-release in 2010 with the B&M figures, and yeah, obviously a couple of weeks ago I customised it. I cut off most of the emotional inhibitor, the chest piece. I cut off a bit of the back of the head. The head was actually going to become a 2013 Cyberman head. I was going to remodel it, but I just turned it into this Cyberman custom because I like damaged Cybermen. They look quite nice. Obviously, I've added a load of bronze and copper in places and a load of cuts and scratches. Oh, here's an example of Cyberman wear and tear. You can see the black coming on showing up from underneath. But one of the bars have been partially cut off. And that's it really. One of the legs did snap off and I've had to glue it back on, but still works. So that's it for that Cyberman. And here is my custom damaged Cyberman, which is originally a Cyber Industry Cyber Leader, but obviously I've just repainted the whole thing because the paint was coming off, and I cut the chest piece off. When I originally customized it, it was going to become a Blood of the Cybermen version of a Cyberman, but the chest didn't work out so much when cutting it out and trying to engrave the cyber face sort of patterns. One arm has been totally cut off. There is nothing left of the arm. No joint, no nothing. So it just makes it look like it's been bits of it have been blown off. There's bits missing there. A bar missing. This bit been cut off. Half the face has been cut off. Originally this was going to become a Cyberman head open, but I couldn't do it, so I just decided to turn it into this. Back of the head, it's just normal, nothing really going on with the back of the head. Still has articulation. The hand actually doesn't belong to this one. I actually cut the hand this tiny little bit here. If you look closely, you can actually see the join where I glued it on, where I've cut off another Cyberman's hand for another custom, and then I decided to put this hand onto this one, and it actually fit almost perfectly. It's a bit of a different angle to what's normally seen on a Cyberman hand, but it works. The paint, obviously, gonna have a lot of brown and black specks everywhere, and there's marks and things on it, which I actually take a lot of pride in making custom damage figures. From certain angles it looks really nice, from certain angles it just looks rubbish. With the here, I just painted it all black and added tiny bits of silver in it and bits of bronze, and that's all I did for that bit. The head, you may notice, is a bit short. If I compare it to this Cyberman, you can see it's got no neck. This has a neck, this doesn't. That's for a good reason. The head is removable. Now this joint was actually on the cyber head. That just glued on after I cut the neck off. So that means the cyber head could just be on the floor. Maybe another cyber head that the Doctor's found in a market and stuck on the TARDIS console, which I am actually thinking of putting on my own 13th Doctor's TARDIS interior of my own design when I actually build it. I drew out the plans for it and there will be a video on it eventually. The neck joint obviously is painted black and added silver and bronze in it, which works quite well actually. It still has articulation. His other arm I've still got somewhere actually. I know that a lot of people don't seem to like the closing time Cybermen figures, but I actually think they look quite nice. I've actually got one here. Another one. I did get 3 of them. two exactly the same, and one with the chest plate. The handle broke off. Don't ask me how, I don't even know how it broke off. I like the new chest piece on it. I did actually add a little bit of paint into this just to make it look more like wires. Apart from that, this has literally no customization whatsoever. You can see where it's it's been worn out. I always say that about Cybermen. Whenever they're worn out, the paint just comes off easily. You don't get that with many Doctor Who figures, as far as I know. Still, very nice Cybermen figures. So that's the end of this video, and I hope you liked it. Give me your opinion on what you think of the new Doctor Who series so far, and I will be doing a video on my new TARDIS interior concept art sort of thing that I've done, because I really dislike the new TARDIS interior. I hate it. I don't know anyone who actually likes it. It just looks bad. The exterior is fine, which I will be doing as a model in a few weeks. And I don't know when it will be on YouTube, so please don't ask. So yeah, that will be coming soon, along with the TARDIS interior. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video.